Snooey, sir, I challenge you to a time bomb off. Not really, but I've noticed that you've been uploading a ton of time bomb decks, and I figured, well, why hasn't he done this time bomb deck? Now, this time bomb deck, and it's funny because I actually have really good gameplay from another play session, but unfortunately then I saw that they were updating Zillion, and I was like, you know what, let's try it with the brand new update where he now has Careful Prep, Zillion's Careful Prep, which is weird. Is not him in the back. I thought that they would have just gave him like rite of passage, because then it is him in the back. But maybe that would have been too strong. But this is the deck. I haven't really changed. Actually, no, there is one change that I want to make. Since I'm not doing this, Benemini, I'm so sorry, my good sir. You are god awful in this deck, and you're looking at the deck and it looks weird. That's because it is weird and it's supposed to be weird. Hold on, let me fix that real quick. There we go. Just replaced it with some conch. Why not? What this deck is meant to do is to really have fun with the Curious Cellfolk. I feel like out of all this nonsense that has been coming out, I feel like the Curious Cellfolk was a crazy deck. I think it was mostly used in, I think, like Victor, and you prank like a jerk and all this other fun stuff, and it's really fun. But with the new, and before you really couldn't utilize it really with Zillion outside of him predicting, and then you'd have to predict into other time bombs, and then she would, yes, create a time bomb. But now we have the Rite of Passage, which manifests an ally landmark. So even if there's only one time bomb that has died, that was destroyed, it will always do that. And if Curious Cellfolk is there, she will create another one in hand for 1 mana, and that will allow you to instantly level Zillion if he's not leveled yet. It will allow you to just start pinging off. The videos that I had was against 2 Lysandra decks, which was insanely annoying. It was still pretty funny at the end of the day, to be able to use to do that. But the thing is that the play had like me using the Chrono Shift as a utilizing it to win. So I feel like it would have been weird to see that type of deck. But now we have this, we have Glorious Call, because there might be a chance where I do use that. Plus, if Zillion is leveled, I do get to use it again, which is kind of funny. Also, it's if Curious Cellfolk, whatever card I do, I get a 1 mana less copy of it. So it's really strong. The really kings of this 2 deck that I really like to mention here is Minity and Arsenal. Arsenal, if I do get a ton of time bombs destroyed, he just starts to become a really strong pain in the ass. And then Minity, really strong, and I do think that specifically only this archetype exclusive. I actually feel like running more than one, but I find that I usually get Minity and then Zillion either copies it or Curious Cellfolk copies it because I predicted into it. What this card is that if a time bomb went off last turn, it's insane that I get this Minity, Mega T, and then it starts transforming all their big bad cards into little 3/3s, which are very easier to kill off with the time bomb spamming that I'm doing. Just added in Conch because it manifests, obviously it's pretty good later in the thing. Trinket Trade is allowing us to get cards. There was one card that I definitely thought I should put in here, which was really strong. Please show yourself to me. Well, yeah, Quicksand. Quicksand, phenomenal card to put into this deck. I feel like it would be a little bit better. I feel like maybe I don't need to run as many Careful Preparations now that it's Zillion spells. So let me take out 2 of them, put in 2 Quicksand. We can do that. And there's the other card, Wallop. Yes, there it is. Just because it allows me to stall, this deck obviously is about a late game, mid to late game kind of comboing off nonsense. And I got this off of Trinket Trade once, and it really helped me out, and I didn't even know it would have helped me out. I would have won the game. But now that I realize that it is a card that exists that I can play, I do feel like using it, but I don't know if I have space in the deck specifically for it, because I have to run some of these other cards over everything else. Oh, now Hourglass is 3 mana, so maybe let's tone Hourglass down a little bit, just a tad bit, and then we'll run that, because now it's 3 mana instead of it being 2. Might make it a little bit harder to utilize it or keep the mana up for it. And then if we're gonna run 3 mana, stop them from doing something, maybe the stun will be a little bit better. I like this archetype. I like what I have right here. So let's get into some games. I need to at least show you the combo. If I can show you the combo, I don't need to show you anything else. All right, that was the weirdest start I've ever seen. What the hell? Dude, I'm so fucking tired. The 2 games that I played with this deck, I fought against Lysandra. Now it's the update, and now I'm playing against Lysandra again. What the hell was against 2 Lysandra decks, which was insanely annoying. Let's try this out. We get to try out Zillion, right? Because this allows me to essentially allows me to have the other spell, right? So keeping double Zillion's not that bad. Also, if Zillion dies, still not that bad. Obviously gonna save Pharaoh Prescience for, Usually what I do is I mulligan for Curious Shellfolk, so I can kind of guarantee having it, because then I need the combo. Now I will warn that this deck does fill up the hand like a lot. It definitely does fill up the hand. You definitely want to utilize your cards as much as you can possible. And that stupid fire alarm. Oh, well, not fire alarm. Sorry, Spool. Hey, oh, sorry. I would love to get you, I swear. But we can level up. We can level up Zilean so fast in this deck. It's just, especially because what I could do, I could bounce one of these hourglasses, and then hopefully we get the another time bomb, and then it will give us pretty much a time bomb on top of the deck, a time bomb in the hand, and all this other stuff. So I definitely think it's super, super important. I also could allow this Zilean to die, play a time bomb, and then like oh no, I can't do that. I need 4 mana to do that. My HP is important, but I don't want to take. I think I can level this Zilean. Pretty sure. Now this is the different Frozen Thrall. Now it's 9 turns, so even harder nerf to this deck. It's just the problem is that if Lissandra comes out in the field, it just makes it infinitely annoying. So what I could do, use the extra Zilean to do this. Hopefully that will land something. Mix a copy of it. Rite of Passage is just as good as a time bomb. Honestly, it's even better because it's spell mana. And then we're gonna get another one. This is the fake one, and this is the real one. I'm really thinking that a Victor, like Victor Predict kind of deck actually would be strong with cards like Careful Preparation and stuff. Creating cards in the hand, especially if they're cheap, and could be really, really strong. Obviously, he's not going to commit too much to the field. He doesn't want anything to take damage. I'm fine with that. I could have blocked into him, then he would have lost his blocker on the thing, but we're going to do that. We're going to have 4 mana, so I can play both of these, and then one of them will actually... Actually, no, I can play both of them, and then nothing differently would happen. I don't know what I'm talking about. Should be pretty good. But if he plays something, it's gonna. He has to start playing units though. Okay. He's going strong. Even if he copies that, I really don't care. Only one thing is died. Time bomb. Scrying Sands is good. And I could drop another one, but I feel like I don't need to. I'd rather bank the mana here because he's not doing anything. Unless he tries to threaten this, but he has nothing really to threaten me with. He could just hit me for 2. I'm fine with that. Is he going to go for the draw, or is he going to lower the Frozen Thrall? Like, this is much slower now. Much, much slower. That's fine by me. He should attack. He should attack because it's going to die anyway.
Future, just as I've always known it would be.
So now we get Zilean leveled. We have no cards here, and it's turn 5. So I would love to get Curious Shellfolk somehow, some way. Heroic Refrain. I don't know what those cards are. Destroy a landmark or create. Oh, this seems weirdly perfect. Right? So we get this.
What wondrous discoveries await below.
I have a quicksand, so I'm really not afraid of a Frozen Thrall, to be honest. It does suck though if she does copy it here. This would be the only time I could actually interact with it. We do have enough mana to interact with it. Plus we would get another Tellstones. Okay. So this is really unfortunate for our opponent. That we get to do that. He might even surrender after that. Conkologist, baby! Manifest! Now I'm gonna get Conk, I'm gonna get the other card and the other card. Like it's kinda nuts, all the cards that I'll be getting. Boom, that's fine. Turn 6. See, we get both. And we still get the Mega T. Okay, so the play obviously is going to be Rite of Passage, get a time bomb so that next turn this is automatically activated. Talia is now here, but she doesn't really have any good targets. So we're gonna Rite of Passage here. Time bomb, what do we draw into? Bard. Oh, with this hand? Absolutely. It literally draws on the Manatee whether I like it or not. This is gonna get discarded. I could remember. Oh no, it is a fleeting one. I'm about to say I could Tailstones into it, but there's no purpose of doing that. Might as well keep the mana up. There's not much you could do. I could even block with the bird if I really wanted to weaken this. This is really strong in my favor. Now the other games that I played, they drew Lysandra, and Lysandra kind of just sat on the board. But these were lower, so these were lower cooldowns. So there might be cards stuck in his hand in which he's trying to figure out whether or not. I feel like this player is trying to figure out if how strong this is.
They are my people, and I am theirs.
This is a really awkward Talia.
Will weave my own path.
Lowering this by 8 just seems highly terrible. But it is what it is. He's able to attack into this right now. I'm going to. I don't need to keep mana up per se. Just another blocker. I kind of like the harpoon here because I'm going to be stuck with a lot of cards in my hand. So I kind of like the harpoon. The time bomb will trigger, and then we'll be able to play the Manatee, which is pretty good. I'm not able to show the combo. I didn't draw it into Curious Shellfolk. You guys, but this is just a really good match, so I'll probably keep this match in there, even though this guy takes 6 years to make a decision. But super good. We have a ton of spells. This is a very, unfortunately, spell-heavy deck, but you kind of need it. You need to protect Zillion or the Curious Shellfolk as much as possible. This is going to make this a 8-8, 9-9. Jesus Christ. Non-committal. We take 4 damage, which is basically her attacking us almost. Now they're gonna all get hit. I'm perfectly fine with that. Ah! Even though there was other options, we still got what we wanted. So now the Manatee is gonna come down. Gonna be extremely horrible for him to deal with. Transforming his Talia into a big old nothing. Now I could just be time bombing him like crazy if I really wanted to, but I feel like this line of play is a little bit better. So yeah, I can just do this to predict. I feel like again it would just be perfect. I can attack with this if I wanted to. It's like. Alright, now I want to predict into something that's going to be helpful. These are really not helpful. I'm going to skip that. Empty out my hand a little bit, but Zillion pops off. Sometimes I think it's good to kill off Zillion because he starts copying, he starts filling your hand, and whatever's in your hand doesn't really get to be good. But I do think the Rite of Passage here would be phenomenal. Technically, like I said, I'm just trying to show, like, yes, technically I can just time bomb him to death. Rite of Passage into the time bomb, keep drawing out of my deck. But I feel like this is a better line of play because I do like to show the Manatee, and I am pretty sure I can get another game with Curious Shellfolk where both of them are just being absolutely obnoxious. But this makes more sense to me to kind of play it out here to show that this deck actually has something. And like I said, if Shellfolk was on the field, predicting this and making it 6 mana, even though Shellfolk itself is I think 5 mana. Alright, he's going for that play. He's hoping that will save him in some way. It's really not, but he might even try to. If he speed summons it, which is I don't think he really necessarily wants to do that because then it will turn into a. Okay, I forgot about this. So that's gonna turn into a 3/3. Oh, there she goes. Hey, what's up, baby? But actually, funny enough, and this is a cool thing about Zillion and this card, is that I can play this. I can play the copied version that Zillion will copy, and then I will be able to have another one. So I'll be turning 2 of them, 2 at a turn. So boom, Talia and this card will then be turned into 3/3s. More manageable for me. Quicksand makes absolutely nothing. I feel like he's baiting me to try to think killing off this is good. He's trying to bait me into something. I don't really know what. That does kill that, right? But then I do kill that. I lose my Minute forever if I don't play it again here. I think we just take the 4 damage here. Take that. We're taking a lot of damage here. We do have another Zillion in hand, so I really don't have to worry too much. And I can play both of these if I want to.
Just a moment.
I think this makes more sense to me. We'll take 6 damage here. And he still has mana up, so I want to be able to play a couple things inside of just playing. So maybe I do get the Curious Shellfolk in the same match, which would be pretty nice. I still have Scrying Sands if he tries to like boost this up or something. Maybe he's running what is it, Shapestone, Sharpstone, or whatever. I have some things to that. I also have the Hourglass if I need to Hourglass something. Because this, all Quicksand does is it just removes whatchamacallit, 3 Sisters. Fury of the North, okay. That means he kills Zillion. I could easily just Scrying Sands that and then it won't. Losing Zillion though I think is actually slightly beneficial to my hand. So I'm actually gonna let it rock. I think keeping this up is more important. So now I get to play Curious Shellfolk and then Zillion. No, the reason why I'm doing it in that order is so I don't get any more cards in my hand. So that's very intentional. I could have prevented Zillion's death, but then I feel like he would have been more of a nuisance. And then I could have Hourglass. Before I could have Hourglass to still play Curious Shellfolk. That's fine. He's gonna lose his Talia here, which I like. Because this happens on round start, not round end. He lost the other thing. And then I can play Zillion, who's still going to predict, which is fantastic. And I think Rite of Passage here is going to show us the nuts. Because boom, we get a 1-mana copy of it, and now the fun begins. Now the fun absolutely begins. Because he's going to have a terrible time here. 1 mana. Time Bomb. Into that. Into a 1-mana. And the difference between this and TF is that TF kind of stalls. Meanwhile, this doesn't. This doesn't actually stall anything, right? So this actually is going to go through completely. I could even Careful Prep possibly into something as well. This unfortunately passes initiative back to my opponent, right? So now he actually gets the ability to do something. But we still have a lot of other predicts. So he's able to play another one. We can still slow play this. Take out most of his blockers here. He has to play another unit. I have the ability to Pharaoh Presence into something possibly that will be cheapened by the Curious Shellfolk, allowing me to, because he has to block this, right? We already know that. This is going to do 1 damage, so we have 7 damage on the field right now. Alright, he gets that. Lowers the King of A. You're pretty tapped out there, sir. He's hoping for something else. We can shrink a trade, see what else we get. Unworthy. I had some fun with this card. I can make that thing cheaper. I think we just go with the prank. Maybe you have something that will help me, sir. Rite of Negation. Oh yeah, and the difference, the new Ravenous Ravine, right? 3 mana Rite of Negation. So we know he has that in his hand. It's not really gonna help him here though. Let's see. Time Bomb. Into another Time Bomb. Beautiful. Then we go for the attack. He has to block the 9-5 or else he just... Yeah, he's... I'm done. I mean, I guess you could try to survive from here. I don't see the purpose of it, though. My hand's going to get filled with a bunch of nonsense. What I like about when a hand is full like this, it's the cards in my deck. So, I still get to play stuff. I get to write a passage like 8,000 times. My hand's already full. Glorious Call. But you guys see it. I think this match has gone on long enough, and I hope you guys can see the combo. I'm not gonna put in 16,000 matches because I don't even think this deck is like totally good or anything like that. The matches take way too long. Chick, please. I have the option. Yeah, I could do this. If he tries to do any spell, we do have his Rite of Negation for 3 mana. Which is kind of nuts. He has these 2 cards. I don't know what this last card is. Okay, that's the quick one. And we still have Quicksands here from 8 years ago. His Rite of Negation, which he did keep up. He played this pretty well, I'd have to say. He definitely played that as well as he possibly can. Jump block that. Let's see. I can try to trinket trade into something. Hopefully the stun. Wallop? Wallop would have been good. Wallop would have been good. I don't need to keep playing like silly like this. That's it. We block all possible damage coming in. And then we easily end it off with the Electro Harpoon. He can still negate it though. Actually, no, I can make sure that he doesn't. Oh boy. We just need to prank this and then make it 9 mana so then he can't do anything and then that's the end of the game. You whore! Okay, it's not the end of the game. Okay. Damn it. Don't need as many of these. Okay. More time bombs in the deck. And playing Zillions also fills up your deck as well. So now this doesn't hit Nexus, right? It's just gonna hit these 2. And good luck surviving this somehow. What did you draw? Okay. Just checking. Are you gonna let me get my quote, my Zillion quote off, or no? It's all up to you. Right negation. He lets me get my quote off. That's it, ladies and gents. Super fun.
Time is a teacher to us all.
Alright, I don't know why. I just felt the need to maybe just show this, just to show like, you know, these things are getting boosted up by the jillion of time bombs that are... They also got augment, which is awesome for them, but just to show like a little bit, again, just to how the combo would actually work. You know, you would keep going with this stuff. You don't really need Zillion at this point, in my personal opinion. Once you get the Curious Shellfolk and you can start searching for the stuff that does the time bombs all the time. Like this one, I think Rite of Passage is a little bit better because you kind of get both. You get double.
Another flawless execution.
So you get the time bomb and then the time bomb in hand.
Call me the arsonist.
And then you get another one like this. It's actually, to me personally, I think it's a really good combo.
It's a thing of beauty. Another flawless.
Now these guys keep getting like keywords and stuff like that. Arsenal, like I said, is a really good like late game, and this passage is into time bomb into time bomb into time bomb. And that's only enabled by the Curious Shellfolk. So this is a combo that you literally couldn't do in another deck, right? You couldn't do it. You need the Curious Shellfolk to do this. And that's the only reason why they're getting strong. Like, but you can see the keyword soup is pretty damn strong. And I can keep doing this. I mean, this is 10 mana. This is pretty late into the game. What is it? Does it tell you what turn it is? Turn negative. So I love it. And I think that if someone wants to take the task of optimizing it, I think that this could be optimized in a crazy way. And like I said, I don't think Zillion's necessary at this point. It's a nice to have. You can see I can get 2 Curious Shellfolk, so it would give me double the cards. It doesn't reduce each one by 2. It gives you 2 separate cards. So I'll be getting 2 cards at the same time. So it's really like you want Zillion on the field, but I almost feel like you don't need Zillion outside of the fact that he's the one that actually creates the time bombs. I feel like you could do this deck and without time bombs and just have another potential landmark that you want to keep copying over and over and over again, and then have it that these two kind of mesh off that. I do think that there's a lot of implications. But since Zillion now has a champion spell that pushes cards back into the deck, you actually have a way to possibly not run out of cards ever. You have a way to kind of keep putting cards back into the deck. And I wish there was a way possibly to keep playing Zillion over and over again, but I don't think that's possible. Anywho, that's going to be it for me. I swear. Snooey, please, Finite, make this deck even better. Or anyone, please make this deck better. I would really like it, but he's the time bomb lord. So please, I hope that someone does it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I suppose.